Hello and welcome to this video series of Neurographic Basics. And today we'll talk about one of the most important elements of neurographics, and that is the neurographic line. When you look at my pictures behind me, you see a line crossing some of the drawings. And this line is very peculiar. It's a specific line that's actually patented. It is also called the Piskaryov line. Pavel Piskaryov is the author or the founder of neurographics, and he has invented and discovered this line that I will now share with you. So let me switch my cameras to my drawing pad, and we will take, because you will draw with me, a pen. In this case, it's a Japanese drawing pen, which is pretty nice for this kind of exercise. You can take any felt pen, rollerball pen, whatever you have at hand, or even your pencils, colored pencils. So what we'll do is we will look at what a line usually looks like. So if I would ask you to draw a line on your piece of paper, what my clients usually do is they draw anything like this, or maybe like this, or if they're really audacious and creative, they're drawing something like this. Now, when you look at these lines, all of what they have in common is they are stereotypical lines. So those are the lines that we know. Those are the lines that we are used to drawing. And when you look at the different sections of those lines, you can make it here or even here, they look the same. So you look at two sections of this line, it's always the same, it's repetitive. And we said neurographics is a method to change your lives, to change your thinking. So we want to also change the lines that we're drawing. So what we're doing is we're drawing a line that in any space, in any case, in any place, at any time, it goes into a different direction than we would expect it to go. Because we would expect the line to go like this or like this, but the neurographic line is doing something completely different. It's flowing over the paper, finding new areas, discovering new things, looking for something that's away from what we already know. And that's exactly what we can do with this line. So take your pen and put it on paper, and now I will walk you through how to draw such a line. Okay, so the line always starts at the very beginning, at the edge of the paper. You put your pen there, and then you start drawing. And it's pretty hard at the beginning because it's so unusual. And your pen flows over the paper, and at any point, it kind of goes into a different direction than we would expect it to go. And it flows across the paper. Be very careful, very aware of what you're doing, mindful of what you're doing. Look at the tip of your pen, and once you've arrived at the other end, then you start again, put the pen to paper, and you flow over the paper. It's almost like you left the highway. You drive on a little road. There are a lot of different turns and a lot of things to look at, and that's what we want to do. We want to discover new things in our lives. We could also say one of these lines is one of our thoughts. So sometimes we have thoughts that are repetitive. They kind of flow alongside, but then they leave and they go into a different direction. The important thing is, if you look at these lines, they do have a direction. They want to go into a direction. It's almost like I have a magnet here that kind of attracts my lines. They want to go there. They can't because there is something new they want to discover at every point. But they want to also reach the other end. So they're coming from nowhere, they're going into nowhere, they're flowing over our paper. And if you look at those lines, and I would ask you, what does this remember of you of? What do you think about if you look at those lines? It might be mountains, it might be a river seen from above, or it might be waves coming into the shore. So when you start looking into nature and watch out for those neurographic lines, you will see that nature is offering a lot of them, because in nature we hardly find very smooth lines or very clear lines. We mostly find those non-repetitive, spontaneous neurographic lines. And when I say spontaneous, actually, it's not that much spontaneous, because I do look at my pen, I do look at the tip of my pen, and I do drive and I do control my hand, because I don't want it to do what's used to. I want it to do new things. I wanted to discover new areas, a new way of life. And that's what I can do with this line. So I hope you will draw a lot of these lines going forward. You will find that it's a lot of fun doing them. And I look forward to seeing you on some other videos. Happy drawing. Thank you.